Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 211. I forgot to publish last night. I'll do that this morning, but it is Wednesday morning, and it is time for our trip. So, got up very early, and gonna get to the office very early, because our first stop is not for almost 5 hours. So, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a lot of driving. I do have a lot of work to do for the office, and just was not in the mood to do it last night. So once I get to work, get checked in and all that, I'll sit in the parking lot for a few minutes, kick a couple scans off, answer a couple emails, and then we'll be on our way. So today, like I said, it's going to be a long one. I did look at the map yesterday and found a lot of casinos that I'm going to be hitting. Some of them I've never been to before, even though I've been to this area many times. And this area does have some really tiny casinos that are so small they're not even worth it, because the distance is so great. But we are going to hit one or two medium-sized casinos. Yeah, I mean, looks like it's going to be an okay day. It doesn't look like it's going to be too hot today. Right now the sky is mostly clear. I can't tell for sure. It's 47 degrees outside. Temperature today should reach around 73, so should be pretty pleasant. Yeah, that's really about it. I'm going to publish that episode from yesterday, head to work, and I'll be back to update you here later, I should say. Obviously still a little bit tired. Alright guys, I am back. Just left the office and just heading out. Just to remind you, we are skipping our first casino that we were going to go to, because it was on our way to some casinos that we can't visit anymore. We could still hit that one, and it would only be about an hour out of the way, but it doesn't seem like a worthwhile thing to do this early in the morning. There wouldn't be any new activity since the people who were there at night, so we're going to skip that one. So our first stop right now is over 300 miles away. So by the time we get there, we go through everything. We'll stop and have some lunch before we continue on our trip. So right now the sun is up, just barely. People are just getting to the office. I'm ready to go. Now, one downside is I'm still having trouble with my eye. It is still swollen. It is still hurting. It's like kind of like a pins and needles, not pins and needles, like a sharp, like a, if you cut yourself type of pain in my eye. And it is swollen if you really pay attention to it, but not too noticeable. It's about where it was yesterday, so hopefully it's getting better. The fact that it didn't get worse overnight hopefully means it'll be better tomorrow. Now, as far as today, I may not get a hotel room today. I may not sleep today. I don't know what's going on, so we'll see how the day goes, and we'll rest where we can. I kicked off one of my scans that I need to do, and when that one's done, I'll send out the email and start the next scan. I'll just do them one at a time. That way I don't get confused with which one is which, and I'm just sitting here anyway. So yeah, we're on our way, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. So I just counted. We're going to cross a state line 8 times on this trip. Could be actually 9, but I think 8 times. And so obviously it's not all 9 different states, but we will be crossing back and forth between areas. Half of it's on the way out, half of it's on the way back. But I did find another casino. So as I was driving as I'm still driving for the next few more hours at least, to my first casino, I started looking up the casino, and it was a smaller place, so there wasn't a lot of information about it. So I started watching news articles, segments about it, and it started mentioning its competitors, and started mentioning this other casino that I've never heard of, because it's a smaller one as well. So I checked that one out and watched some videos, and decided I am going to go there. It's going to add a few hours to our trip, round trip, maybe hour and a half, because I'm going in a direction I normally wouldn't go, and then coming back down part of the way before continuing on. But hopefully that one gives us something. Now, this casino actually closes at night. It'll definitely be open by the time we get there, but as of like right now, it's not open. It won't be open for another hour. So that's interesting. I've been to Indian casinos where they don't open till 5 or 6 in the morning, but none that don't open till late in the morning like this one. So hopefully it's worthwhile. There's not a lot of pictures inside. I did get a count on how many tables and how many slots they had, so hopefully something is open when I get there as far as tables, and we can make a little bit of money on that as well. So yeah, man, so far good drive. Probably doing too much work on my laptop as I'm driving, but trying to stay safe. Clear skies now, and looks like the temperature is the same, so just enjoying my trip here. And oh, I gotta check to see if I have any meetings. You know, Wednesday generally I don't have meetings, but it would probably be a good idea in the morning when I leave to check. Yeah, no meetings today, so we're in good shape. So I'll catch up with you after my first stop, or around the time I get there. Alright guys, I am back. We are getting close to our first stop. We're only an hour away. We're making excellent time, like absolutely amazing time. Went by rush hour in 2 major cities with no issues at all, and very happy about the progress we're making here. I don't expect to be at this place too long. I think they have less than 1,000 slot machines, and they have very few tables. I'm just hoping that by the time I get there that they have some of them open. I don't know if they have anyone working the slots in that area. I would assume so, but no, we got to give it a shot here. This is not the only one also that I'm going to be hitting that's similar to this. There are a couple other small ones that I discovered that we're going to try to hit. I don't know why it's rerouting me here, but anyway, I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm going for it. Max Payne here. So I was looking at my app of one of the casinos that trespassed me this week, and I saw that I had some free hotel stays. So I called and I booked the next 3 nights at that casino, and it would be a perfect place because it would be central to all the areas I'm going to be going to in the next couple days. And I will be there by about 4 or 5 this evening, so that would be perfect to check in. I also saw I had $50 in free play. I also saw I had $15 in food, so we'll save the food and the free play till the last day when I'm leaving, just in case there's a problem. But we will go there, we will check in, and we will leave immediately. Then we will come back later in the day to play there. That way, different session, different everything, you know, just in case. And we will play, and then we will leave and go to other casinos. And when we come back, then we'll go straight to our room. So just trying to play it safe. We'll see if they do anything or say anything. I've got everything in like a backpack, so I can pack up pretty quickly if they decide to make me leave. So I think I'm good. Might as well use whatever I can. And then she mentioned to me I had all these points that I could use. So maybe I'll go to their gift shop and just start using those points. And then the other casino that trespassed me that day, I've got tons of points there. Not tons, but I have some points there, hundreds of dollars. And I was going to go to the website and buy some stuff, and I totally forgot about it. So we're going to go there now, or not now, we're going there tonight, and we're going to use those points, and should be good. So right now I am 1 mile away from my first stop. I'm excited, I'm ready to go, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. That was a small place. Actually, it looks a lot bigger from the outside than what it is. There's maybe 400 slots or less in there. one, two, three, four, maybe 5 different types of games that are beatable in there. Not very much at all. One of the first things, well, when I first walked in, you're forced into one area, into one little lane that goes through the new security systems I've been talking about, with the camera built into them, the different types of metal, can detect what kinds of metals in your pocket and all that. I noticed a lot of the casinos have those now, which I can understand that. They don't want, weapons and certain things in there. It makes sense. But you're forced through one little walkway, and then on the way out, there's only one way out, and you have to go through the same walkway on the way out. So only one person can walk in at a time, one person can walk out at a time, the way it is right now. Maybe when it gets busier in the day and stuff, they change that, but there were 2 security guards at the front gate, and there was a little old lady walking around. She was a security guard, and she was there too. So one of the first things that I saw when I walked in is a guy checking machines, and there's that few number of machines. I didn't expect to find anything, maybe something, but I wasn't really sure. I found one borderline play that I did not play because I don't know anything about the return to player here, so I wanted to be safe on that one. It wasn't that high of a value anyway. It was probably slightly negative, slightly positive, right in between there, and it wasn't worth it for the amount of money. And then I did find another play that was a good play. It was at $3 a spin, and I had a feeling that was probably too much for the guy that I saw checking these machines. So that might have been why that was still there. But I ended up playing that machine. I put $200 in that machine, and it cost me about 110. I was down about 110 when it hit, and I ended up leaving that play ahead $115, so plus $115. Now it looks like we're going to backtrack about 52 miles, so would I come here again? Maybe when the blackjack is open. Right now blackjack was not open, so I decided, I didn't have a choice. But maybe if blackjack is open, maybe I would come back. Now everyone's trying to figure out where to go here because there's construction here and nobody knows where to go. All right. So, so now we're going to backtrack. So was it worth an extra hour each direction? I'm not sure. I have to think about it. I would say generally no, unless they had some kind of thing going on, or I find out more about their blackjack and how it works. At this point, I need to stop and get fuel, so we're going to find a gas station. I completely filled up right before we left home, like within 3 miles of my house, so went through a full tank of gas, and we'll be looking for, let me see, by the time I get to the next place, we can delay lunch until then. So let's look for a gas station, move on to the next casino, and I'll be back to update you. I am back. So I just came up with a really bad idea probably, but I think I'm going to do it. I think since we have not gotten the new plates on the car, which I should have done for sure by now, and I don't want to have any big issues if I was flyered by my plate instead of by name and picture and all that. Anyway, I want to avoid being found because of my license plate. So I am going to pull over right before this next casino, and I'm going to remove my license plate. How's that? Does that sound like a good idea to you? I'm just going to remove the license plate completely off my car. Then once we leave, we'll stop at the gas station, put it in the back window, and then we'll have to mess around with it like that for our trip. Maybe put it in a way that the license plate can't read it, but I'm not going to get pulled over. I don't know. The license plate reader can't read it, but it's still readable to the human eye. Maybe I'm okay, but I don't know. I think this is the best thing to do because there's license plate readers everywhere that I'm going, and this is a plate that we know already is bad, and I don't want to contaminate this whole area. So if they're not suspecting me of anything and searching my picture, I think I should be fine. I do have players cards here for people who are the higher tier people, so I can get into parking lots and stuff, and hopefully that'll be okay. But that's the path I'm taking. Hopefully it all works out, and by the time I get home, my wife's got new plates for me. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I'm only about 15 minutes away from my next stop. Already got fuel, everything is good, and we should be good till we get to the hotel tonight. So all right, I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. I spent way too long in there. I was in there an hour and 15 minutes for a place that's not that big, and went down some rabbit holes that you wouldn't believe, and was involved for as much as 3,700 back and forth and up and down. And in the end, after all that ups and downs and little wins and big wins, I ended the session down $110 after all that. So minus 110, and I did take the license plate off before I got here. There's a gas station down the street. I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna stick it in the back window. That way the cameras can't really see it, but if I get pulled over, it's there and I made an effort, you know, that type of thing. Just have to survive this trip. My wife is going to get it tomorrow, she said. So she was going to go today, and she went to the place, and it was just jam-packed with people, and for some reason she couldn't figure out how to sign up online to be in line. So all right, so we're going to stop at this gas station. I think we're up like $5 for the day. I left home 9 hours ago, so yeah, that's what we're doing here. But oh well, let's get to this gas station, and then next stop is not for like 3 or 4 hours, maybe 3.5 hours. I'll have to look and I'll let you know, but it's a long ways away, so we'll get comfortable, I guess. I'll be back. All right, we're getting going here, but slowly, slow and steady. It's already afternoon, and still haven't gone anywhere that made any money. The next stop is actually 3 hours away, so it's a little closer than I thought it was. Went to a gas station, got the tag in the window so it can be seen now. So worst case scenario, if we get pulled over, we're not going to jail or getting any kind of ticket for that. So now we're going to continue on here. I just started some scans, I updated some people, did a bunch of work stuff, spent about 20 minutes doing that, and that should hold everybody off for a few hours at least. And I'll just keep an eye on everything as we're driving. I have not eaten yet today. I had some almonds a little bit ago. I'll probably grab an apple out of my bag here in a little bit, but then maybe in 3 hours will be almost dinner time, but in a little while here we'll stop somewhere and grab some food. So highway construction, high amounts of traffic here, and the highway is kind of narrow in this area, so you're not really going to be doing 90 on the highway. I don't even know what the speed limit is here. Let me see. It's 55.
There's a lane closure ahead.
And there's a lane closure ahead, and it's already a 2-lane highway. So, yeah, it's going to be, that's why it's 3 hours to the next stop, but it's all right. We're going to relax and think about all the money that we're going to be making later on today. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. Finally got to this place, and luckily it's not the main focus of why I came here, because that place was tiny. Gigantic building, but only a couple hundred slot machines in there. Amazingly, there were about 10 of them that were beatable. Played a few of them. When I first got in there though, I'm walking in, I see this sign that says casino. You know, you follow the path. I walk back there. Okay, casino this way. I keep walking back, and I get over to the entrance, and there's like a little, what do you call it, like a little tape going across, like at the bank where you go through the corral thing there. And he's like, oh, okay, and he goes to open it for me to let me in, and he's like, can I see your stamp? I'm like, what on earth are you talking about? He's like, you got to go get a stamp from out in front. Now, when I walked in, I saw a table that had a bunch of extremely thin slices of pizza, like 2 inches wide, okay? And I guess I found out later on they were giving those away. I thought they were selling them. But there was a guy standing there talking to a guy, and I'm like, do I have to get my ID checked and get a stamp to get in here? And then he showed me the other area. As soon as you walk in the door, there's a gate, and you go through the gate, you go through a camera, and they can ask you for ID. They didn't ask me because I'm 100. But I walk in there, this place is like 15, maybe 20 feet wide and a couple 100 feet deep, and that's the whole place. And I find the machine almost right away. It's less than $1 a spin. I sit down to play it, and it won't take my money. And that was an ordeal that took about 15 minutes to clear up. Finally, somebody came by and was able to figure out why. And then I only put a 20 in there because it's a quick play. And I was getting down to almost nothing, and I'm like, man, I got to put more money in. And he's like, well, just so you know, you're not going to be able to put more money in because there's something jammed up with it again. And I'm like, then you don't need to leave then. You need to stand beside me just in case, because I might need to put more money in. I would have put 100 in there if I had known, but this was like a couple spins, you know, at less than $1. And so anyway, it ended up working out. I didn't have to put any more money in. I won a little bit on that one, like 30 something dollars on that one. And then I moved on, and the problem is the rest of the place, it's so small that the security guard at the back door can see everything you're looking at because the place is tiny. And all the good machines are over by that security guard, and it's like no matter what I do, he's going to see me checking. So I had to like make multiple trips back and forth, boop, 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 walk away, come back, hit another machine, come back. And finally I got through it all, ended up playing 2 different plays, and ended my short session ahead $67, which sounds like nothing, but that's like 13 times what we've won today, so in 2 other stops. So $67, we're up to like whatever, 72 for the day. Let's see how many miles we've driven. Almost 600 miles, almost 9 hours of driving. So yeah, we'll need to stop and get some fuel again. And man, I got like a third of a tank of gas.
Police reported ahead.
So we'll need to stop soon. But right now we're going to move on. The next place is pretty close. We're going to go hit that one. That's one that, see, I don't know what to do with this license thing, because I know they got license plate readers, but I got a room there, and this is the same place, same company as the place where I was just trespassed from. And I'm worried that they're going to link the license plate because I haven't changed it out. So I'm going to have to stop before I get there and remove the license plate from the window and drive like a mile in a city that's a dangerous city where there's probably lots of police with no license plate. And then hopefully I remember to put it back on when I leave. Now, one thing I could do, think about this. What if I put the license plate in but put it in backwards so the wrong side is facing out? And then I could just blame it on an error if I get pulled over and nobody can do anything, right? What if I just flipped it over the other side? Because I can't bury it in the side of the window and have any of it covered up. It won't work. The only thing I can do is like turn it upside down and backwards so it's facing the wrong way. All right, well, I'm pretty close to this next spot, so we're gonna figure this out, go to the next spot, get checked in, and we're not gonna gamble there. We're just gonna leave the hotel and go play elsewhere and come back later tonight. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. Man, this is like disgusting. What a long day for nothing so far. I'm trying to get into this hotel. It's connected to a casino. So I go park in the casino, no license plate, go to the casino parking lot, get in the elevator, go down, get to the main floor, follow the signs for the casino, go up another elevator, go down a hallway, go to get down the other hallway to get to the casino, or to the hotel, and there's a sign that says only guests can use this walkway. So I have to go back down the steps, across the street, and check in. One good thing is, it'd probably be good to be checked in with my plate here, rather than go through the casino parking lot. So we get in here and get checked in, and this might be pretty good cover up actually. So all right, I'll be back. All right guys, I'm back. I actually got a room in a decent place, but this place is not very nice. Even though this is a suite, it's far from what I would say would be a suite. It's a little bit ridiculous, but this is what you would expect in a big city that's an old city. This is the kind of size room that you would expect. So it's got a living room area with an eating area, kitchenette area, a bedroom, a desk, TV, all that kind of stuff. Nice closet area, but it's like bare bones. But it's good enough for me. Now, after 13 hours of driving, I finally get a chance to rest for a minute, and we're gonna get right back out there and start hitting casinos and start making money for the day. I'm sick of not making money today. So that's where we are right now. I'm gonna rest for a few minutes and get out of here. All right, guys, I am back. Yeah, there's nothing like being on a 55-mile-an-hour road that's 2 lanes, congested traffic, and having a motorcycle go by you at 120 miles an hour. I feel like that guy's life is going to be pretty long, don't you? Ridiculous. Everybody is indestructible until they're not. Anyway, okay, so I checked in, I got my room, I was able to use the special walkway, whoop-de-doo. I don't have to walk in the street though at night, which is nice. Then I went to the casino. I said I wasn't going to go to the casino. I said I wasn't going to play, but I kept it to just slots because I didn't want to play blackjack and then have them look up, do a facial recognition or anything like that. I walked in, no issues, played slots for about half an hour, no issues, and walked out. So all that ended up being okay. Now, I played this game that I'm not sold on as being totally an advantage play. I'm really not sold on it. I lost a lot of money on this game in the past, and I gave it a shot today, and I played it through and lost about $400 on this stupid game. Again, like 3 something on it. Luckily, I was able to make it up elsewhere, but what a waste. I could have been ahead $300 or $400 instead of leaving ahead 50, which is where I ended up, ahead plus 50 instead of like 410 or something like that. So really stinks. I don't believe in that game. The previous version was kind of shaky, and then now this version I don't think is good at all. So that will be the last time I play that game, no matter how good it looks. Now we are here. It is evening, and we're going to move on to another casino. There is a closer casino than the one that we're going to right now, but that one is pretty dead until late at night. So we'll hit that one at like 1 in the morning, something like that, when things are starting to die down, and we'll hit the slots. I've stayed there before, and then if you wake up at like 6 in the morning, then you usually find some place as well. But I don't think I would be doing that to, this week. Anyway, we're finally going to play some blackjack. We're going to play some double deck, and we're going to see how it goes. Now almost every casino group has banned me except for one. So everywhere I go is going to be shaky, depending on what kind of facial recognition they're using and stuff. So hopefully I'm cool. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But about half an hour away from this place, we're going to play some slots and some double deck blackjack, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. I am exhausted, and I really shouldn't be, because what have I really done? Just drive. That's all I've done, is drive, go to a place for a little while, leave, drive. It's just really annoying. Went to this place, looked around, looked at some slots, didn't see anything. Went and played a double deck game, and immediately from like the first hand I get buried. like immediately. Rebuy before I have my first winning hand. And so just starting off bad. And I was in for only 1,000, but it was just the fact that everything I was doing wasn't working. All my doubles were awful, all my splits, everything, blah blah blah. We've talked about all of this a million times, and it's like it never gets better, and it always seems to happen at the beginning. And it's like you spot them 800 or 900, and then you start trying to grind back, and you bring a bunch of attention to yourself trying to grind back and raising your bet. And it's a little bit exhausting at this point. Right now I'm driving around with no license plate on my car because the next place is not that far away. So we're going to try to get there with no license plate. I played blackjack for about 45 minutes. Brought a lot of attention to myself. Wow, that's a lot of cameras. The pit boss and the dealer were both very interested in who I was, where I was from, why I was in town, all this stuff. And I'm like, come on, guys. So I gave them all my usual fake stuff. And it's funny because usually this is the city that I use for my fake story. So I had to improvise. So because I know the city so well. But anyway, I ended up leaving ahead $100 only. And there really wasn't much I could do. The problem is we're like halfway through the shift, so I can't like go away for 2 hours and come back because there's only 2 tables available, and this guy's going to be dealing one of them and the other one's going to be next to him. So that's an issue. So we're going to move on to another casino. It's not too far away. Actually, I did end up playing some slots again before I left. I found a couple little plays, unexpected stuff that you would never think. And I ended that session ahead 60, so plus 100 on the blackjack, plus 60 on the slots, and we're up what, 300 or 400 for the day. Kind of ridiculous, but we'll figure something out here. We're gonna move on. We're gonna play some 6 deck at this next place, and hopefully have some better variants. And I don't know, maybe it's just my attitude right now. Maybe I could, if I would have some luck or find some plays, I might have a little better attitude. But man, all the big bets were losing, all the little bets were winning. I got like 3 blackjacks at min bet, 0 blackjacks above minimum bet. Anyway, all right, don't mean to be a whiner, so we're gonna move on here. We're gonna compose ourselves. I haven't eaten today except for some peanuts and some almonds. I'm going to have my protein shake. We're going to head into this place and hopefully come back and report some good stuff. This next place is known for spotting card counters and for all their license plate readers. That's why we're trying to get over there without getting pulled over with no license plate on the car. So we're going to be on the highway for a while and try to stay out of the way of any kind of law enforcement here, and we'll see what happens. So hopefully I'll be back with some good news in a few minutes. Alright guys, I am back. I'm at the next spot here, and it's pretty dead in here actually, pretty quiet. This place gets really full nighttime. I've been here and it's been so packed, but right now it's completely dead. Baccarat tables are open, but blackjack, there's 1 table open. Bad rules, 8 deck. Well, it might be a 6 deck, but there's 2 people sitting on that one. High limits closed. So right now, just walking around trying to look at slots, and there isn't much to look at because nobody's filling them up. So there's nothing to get. So just walking around here, it's very, very quiet right now, let's just say. So I don't know what the best thing to do right now is to go get something to eat or what. I did have that protein shake. Probably just gonna mull around here for a little while longer, see if a table opens up. I can see that table right now. There's 3 people. The pit boss staring at this guy. I don't know why, but he's just staring him down. This other table over here has 4 people on there. just no opportunity right now. So far walking around, looking at slots, I'm ahead 35. Hopefully we build on that, but you never know. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. Just getting back to my car right now. And it's been an agonizing trip, to say the least. Winning money at such a slow pace. What is this, the 5th casino or something? 5th casino. I was up whatever I told you, $35 or whatever. And I did find another play. And actually I had seen this play earlier, but I wasn't too sure about it. I ended up playing it out. And by the time everything was over, I was ahead $266. So plus 266. And just don't know what to do from here. I'm in a situation where I'm halfway through a shift. This casino doesn't seem to be opening high limit at all tonight. The other casino I just left has it open, but it's gonna be the same people who are asking me a million questions. I probably have 3 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, 2 hours, something like that, before that shift leaves. So what do? I could go back to my hotel, rest a little bit, come back. I could go to the last casino that I haven't been to. Well, you know what? There's another one I've never been to, and people have talked about it in the past. I have a feeling they're not going to have a great blackjack, but might as well go hit that. And then I'll come back around this way and see. So number one, I think it's kind of far away, maybe like an hour or so away. So the first thing I need to do is get out of this parking garage and go somewhere where I can put my license plate back up, and then we'll be good to drive on the road. There's a gas station about a half mile from here, so we'll get away from here and get the plates put back on, and then we'll head over to that casino, and then depending on how things go there and the timing, then we'll come back maybe this way and try to hit these two casinos again and see what happens. So I think that's a good plan. We'll start with that. Now, as I'm leaving here, I want to see if there's license plate reader on the way out, which I'm not seeing, but let me look behind me. That's interesting. Usually they have them both ways, but I don't believe that these guys don't. I actually saw this one on Google Maps. You can actually come up to the door on Google Maps, and step by step, you can go 50 feet, 20 feet, whatever, and you will see the license plate readers. So we'll see. Let's get this plate on, and I'll be back. Man, I wish you guys could have seen this place that I just left. This place is so tiny. It's an old casino that's been expanded, converted, a bunch of rooms, like smaller rooms with like slot machines spread out through there. So there's a lot of gap in between the machines. So there isn't a lot of machines, couple hundred machines is all. But they're taking up a bunch of room in a bunch of little areas. Each area has some machines in it. And I finally get to the area that has the blackjack area. And I noticed that there's one craps table open, completely packed with people. There are two other tables open, and they look like they're maybe blackjack. So I walk up to one of them. There's 4 people on the table, and so I'm not playing that one. I go around to the other side, and the other one is a Ultimate Texas Hold'em, so no blackjack there. Talk about small town, small time. It reminds me of like Tunica with old machines. Well, the machines are new, but like old furniture, old tables, worn out everything, handles, old brass handles are worn out. Big parking lot, no cars. And so I walk in and go through security. And there's a metal detector, and I beep. I'm like, okay. So he's like, well, take out your phone and your keys out of your pocket. Okay, no problem. Take out my phone, take out my key. No, actually, I didn't take out my phone. Took out my keys and my wallet, and still doing it. Took out all the change in my pocket, which was a lot of change because the casinos around here actually give change. A lot of change there. I put that in the thing, still beeping. Finally remembered I had my cell phone still in my pocket, took that one out, and finally got through the metal detector. And I walk in and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope this isn't the whole place, because it was so small, such a small area on my right. But if I look to my left, it looked like a bar area, and that's it. So I go to the right, I mess around over there and make a couple bucks. I'm ahead, whatever, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, something like that. And then I see an area that's all like caution taped off. And I look on the other side of it, there's people playing slot machines. So I'm like, okay, there's got to be a way to walk around to the other side. So the way to walk around is through the bar to the other side, and that's where the rest of the machines are. So I started looking over there. I played a couple machines there, did okay. And then I noticed there's another room off that, and way in the back is where the table games were. So I finally got back there. I honestly almost went live. Like 2 or 3 times I took the phone out of my pocket and almost went to YouTube Live to show you guys the ridiculousness of this place. The fact that they haven't kept it up, and all they're doing is just taking money away from people, doing the minimum possible that they can. They got 2 people in security when you walk in, and it's like a ghost town other than that. And it's, I mean, it's kind of crazy. I did end up okay. I ended up ahead $232, which I think this might have been my first or second best place of the day, amazingly. I wish I would have been here in the daytime to see what this place is really like in the daytime, but I'm going to head out of here. And where am I going, you might ask? I'll tell you once I know, because I don't know where I'm going. I think, why don't we go back to the place we just left and see if anything has changed there, and then we'll head back to the place where I played a little bit of blackjack. By then the shift change would have happened, and just go from there. So that's what's going on right now, plus 232, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, about 11 something p.m. now. Well, okay, so yeah, so almost 11, about 11 p.m. right now. I'm gonna stop at this diner and get some food. All I've had today is just protein shake, almonds, stuff like that. So we're gonna stop here. This place is open 24 hours, good food. Been here before, and hopefully we can have a steak or something good like that, and refuel, because I want to go and I want to have at least 3 stops tonight still before I go to sleep, and then I want to try to get up early and have 1 or 2 stops. So and then I'll have a little bit of a break, probably between like 10 and noon, when not a lot of stuff is open and not a lot of places are busy. But I want to be the last one in the casinos and the first one in the casinos in the morning. So that's what the plan is. I think this is where I go. So yeah, let's grab some food, and then we'll head to our next casino, first of 3, possibly first of 4, before we go to sleep tonight. I'll be back. Alright guys, well, I didn't think that I would be updating you on dinner, but here it is. I went to this place, and no wait, sit down right away. This place is so awesome. And this place is huge. It probably holds 250 people. I think this is my exit here. Is that right? No. Anyway, I sit down. The waitress is there in like 30 seconds. What can I get you? I knew exactly what I wanted. I got Diet Coke. I got 2 chicken breasts, side salad, blue cheese dressing, and broccoli. Low carb, everything's excellent. She asked me, do you want your salad first? I said, yeah, I'll take it first. Brings it out in about 2 or 3 minutes. Food took a little longer, but it was cooked very well. Beautiful food. Everything is good. I'm enjoying it. I'm eating it. And then she comes up to me and says, just so you know. I'm like, okay. She said, just so you know, those 2 gentlemen behind you took care of your bill for you. I'm like, why? She's like, well, I guess just an act of kindness. So I think the chicken breast was going to be like $15.99 and the drink was like $3, so it's like $20. So I decided to do my own act of kindness, and I tipped her $25. So that would have been what the meal would have cost plus the tip, and she was a very good waitress. She deserved it. I made sure that I didn't put it on the table until she walked away, because I'm not trying to take credit for it. I'm just, trying to do the right thing. So she was a good waitress, did a great job, and she deserved it. So, and she was hustling, man. That girl was everywhere all the time, taking care of everything. She took the orders, she cleaned the tables, she brought people refills, she took care of the bill, she did everything. So good for her. I didn't even catch her name, but good for her, and I hope she's happy with the tip. I'm sure she is. Hopefully it helps her day out as well. I was definitely touched by the sentiment. I'm sure I looked like a lonely single guy sitting there at a diner at almost midnight on a Wednesday, and those people probably felt bad for me, and I wanted to do something for her. So anyway, that was really good, actually. So we're going to head back to this casino. I do have the plate in the window now, but I did find a way to obscure about half the plate. So if police pull up behind me, they see the plate. If the cameras want to take a picture of it, they're going to get like less than half of the plate. So I think I'm fine. I don't think that casino would have flyered out 600 miles, but just in case, I think I'm covered. So all right, guys, so we're gonna head back to the casino, hopefully make some money here, and then we'll go play some blackjack if there's none available at this casino. I'll be back. All right, guys, as we are walking out of this place, well, it wasn't too busy, but I did find some things to play. I was in there for about 40 minutes or so. You can see how quiet it is here in the hallway leaving it. It's a little more noisy in there, but not much, because there aren't too many people in there. The music's not out here, but you can see how quiet it is, not too many people. Anyway, I ended that session ahead $147. No blackjack, so still very anemic on the blackjack lately. $100 is all we made today, and now we're going to move on to another place, and if the high limit is still open, maybe we'll get a chance to play some blackjack there. So that's what's happening right now, plus 147, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, as I'm still walking to my car here, I think what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up. It's already after midnight, and we're going to start a new one for tomorrow, which is really tonight. So we're going to wrap this one up, and then we'll start a new one. We're going to do our segments. We could do it real quick. Hold 1 second here. All right, we'll start with what did you eat today, MW? I had some almonds. I had my protein shake. Had 2 pieces of chicken breast and some broccoli. Very good. Chicken breast was good. I mean, it's pretty plain, not too seasoned, but I put a little bit of sauce on there. Some nice low carb, like almost like a steak sauce. It's like 5 carbs. Put that on there, and it was delicious. It was fine. I'm gonna give that a 10 on a scale of 2 through 8. And what did you tip today, MW? Well, I didn't play any blackjack. Didn't get any slot jackpots. I did play. Wait a minute. Didn't play any poker is what I meant to say. Didn't get any slot jackpots. I did play some blackjack. I tipped $0. And about the only notable tip would be to the waitress who told me that these guys paid my bill, and we tipped her $25. And very happy to do it. Very deserving. And what did you learn today, MW? I learned that I have no clue what's going on in this town on a weekday, middle of the week when there's no holiday. I will come out here sometimes on holidays. Big things going on, very busy, lots of action, lots of tables open, but definitely not today. So we didn't really get a chance to play any blackjack, but we will for sure tomorrow. So for now, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.